Yo, what is up guys? Anthony here, back with another Destiny Child video here on the channel. And in today's Destiny Child video, we're going to be overviewing and previewing the Raffles Narrative Dungeon event. Now, in our previous Lisa's upcoming schedule calendar video, we did preview the Mirkala World Boss. And in today's video, we'll be previewing the Raffles Narrative Dungeon, which will be coming right after the Mirkala event. As you can see by the calendar, she will be coming on the May 20th maintenance, and she will be here up until June 3rd. Of course, the narrative dungeon, and you can obtain a copy of her for free throughout the dungeon. Of course, Raffles will be in the child pool after the event, so don't worry too much if you are a newer player. The childs do stay, excluding the collaboration units if we do have any in the future. And of course, after Raffles, we do have the Deborah World Boss trial events, which we'll go over in our final Lisa's upcoming schedule calendar video of this specific graphic. But without any further ado, let's dive into the Destiny Child Japan update note and check out what they did receive with the Raffles Narrative Dungeon. Alright everyone, here we are on the Destiny Child Japan blog. We do have the Phantom Exorcist Narrative Dungeon brought up here. The update note, of course, introducing Raffles to the game. As you can see, she is featured on the graphic with her Before Awakening costume. Next up here, we do have the introduction of Raffles actually, so let's watch this video and check it out.
宝物は何ですか？皆さん、怪盗ファニックの活躍にご期待ください。欲望を渦巻く月の下で怪盗ファニックに盗めるものなし。デスティニーチャイルド。
Alright, so there was the introduction for Raffles. I'll be sure to link this small trailer in the description box below as well if you guys would like to check it out. But there is the trailer for when she did arrive to the Japanese side of the game. Very cute, and I do like how they did start to do this with the newer childs. Next up here, we do have the main parts of the update note. We do have the Phantasm versus the Exorcist small graphic here, just showcasing Raffles in her After Awakening costume. And directly below, we do have her Before Awakening costume as well in full form. We also do have here her spa costume as well. Next up here, we do have the boost childs for the event. Of course, Raffles will be a boost child, and we don't have 4-star boost childs on the global version, so we won't have Celine being a boost child, but we do have here Lewin being a boost child on the Japanese side of the game. Now hopefully the boost childs do port over correctly. Sometimes they do tend to switch things up when porting over the events to the global side, so we'll just have to wait and see. But for a preview, the Japanese side of the game did have Raffles, Celine, and Lewin as a boost child. Next up here, we do have the rates of the boost childs. We of course did have Raffles at a 60% rate at +0, scaling to a 120% boost. We also do have here her icon featuring her character type. We do have a tank, so a new tank will be arriving with the Raffles Narrative Dungeon, of course being Raffles herself. And we do have the boost for Lewin being a 30% boost at +0 and scaling to a 48% boost at +6. Next up here, we do have the guaranteed upon summonings you could expect to arrive with the Raffles Narrative Dungeon events. We do have, of course, Raffles and her guaranteed upon summoning. So upon summoning a 5-star child, you will be guaranteed the banner unit. So for example, summoning a 5-star child on the Raffles guaranteed upon summoning will of course guarantee a copy of Raffles or even more than one. Next up here, we do have the guaranteed upon summoning for Lewin. We also do have the dual pickup summon featuring Lewin and Raffles on one banner. After the summons, we do have the skill set of Raffles. Of course, we'll overview these on the Riceman Japan tier list. But what we can gather here is that she is a 5-star wood type tank character. So a very interesting character arriving to the global version, as we will have a wood type tank introduced to the game. Next up here, we do have the Raffles drive skill, so let's check it out right now. Alright, so there was the drive skill for Raffles. Overall, it does fit her character as it does showcase her guitar, Very cute drive skill animation for herself. Next up here, we do have the new equipment set that will be introduced with the event. As you can see, of course, all A rank. When porting over to the global version, we will have the same. As for the stats, you can kind of figure them out here on these sites, but unfortunately I don't have the translations. As you can see, some do have HP on the accessory and on the armor piece, so hopefully these will be a viable option for our units. Alright everyone, so there was the update note featuring Raffles on the Destiny Child Japan blog. Now be sure to link it in the description box below if you guys would like to check it out on your own time as well. But here we are on the Rice Mine Japan tier list featuring Raffles, as of course we'll overview her skill set and potentially what we could expect when she does port over to the global side. Now we do have her featured here on the left hand side of the screen in her live 2D form, of course in her After Awakening costume. Now we do have the skill set on the right hand side of the screen, of course showcasing the new 5-star wood type tank unit. As for her tiers on the Japan side of the game, currently she is a PvE rank 7, PvP rank 8, Raid tier 6, and World Boss tier 6. Now you can see she does shine in the PvP side of the game, and of course is a decent option for the PvE side. As for Ragnarok and World Boss, you won't be using her too much in those events. As for the auto attack, we do have 93 auto attack damage to the target. Tap skill here, 322 damage to the target, 100% immortality, HP will not fall below 1 even after a fatal blow, for 10 seconds to the highest attack force ally. So a very interesting tank here, as she does have immortality on the tap skill. She will apply this to your highest attacker wood type character. So if you do pair her up with a wood type attacker such as Ayane, etc., she will apply immortality to the units from her tap skill. As for the slide skill here, we do have 593 damage to the target, 56% immortality for 14 seconds to 3 lowest pure HP allies. So as you can see, based on her slide skill, she isn't exclusively locked towards the wood type units, but she can also apply immortality to other units on your team besides wood type characters. Now as for the exclusive parts of her slide skill to the wood type allies, we do have plus 1600 max HP increase for 14 seconds to 3 lowest pure HP wood type allies. So overall, a very nice slide and tap skill, as she does have immortality on them, so I could expect her to be used in the Devil Rumble side of the game just based on this factor. So we'll definitely see some Raffles floating around, and hopefully people do give her a chance and test her out in the Devil Rumble. As for the drive skill here, we do have 1511 damage to 2 random enemies, 95% immortality, HP will not fall below 1 even after a fatal blow for 16 seconds to self, 98% taunt, become the target of all enemy attacks, does not affect AoE attacks for 16 seconds to self. Last of all here, we do have 70% debuff taunt, become the target of debuffs up to 2 debuffs per attack for 16 seconds to self. Now overall, I do like her drive skill a ton. She does apply immortality to herself, and she does have taunt and debuff taunt on the drive skill alongside the immortality. So if she does apply the immortality and the taunt as well as the debuff taunt, she will be an amazing tank if she can manage to get these all off on a drive skill. So something to look forward to, as she does have a ton of nice features in her kits. As for the leader skill here, we do have plus 15% drive skill defense to all wood type allies, and we do have plus 20% drive defense to all wood type allies PvP only. So as you can see, she is kind of targeted to be a PvP tank. She does seem to be pretty decent, and honestly hoping everyone does give her a chance, as she does seem to be pretty cool. She does have immortality on the tap, slide, and the drive skill. Now the drive skill of course only applies it to herself, but on the tap and slide she does have a chance to apply it to your forest type allies, and of course does apply immortality to your non-wood type allies as well. Now before we do end this video off everyone, let's check out Raffles and her live 2D animations here on the live 2D viewer. I'll be sure to link this in the description box below as well if you guys would like to check them out. Now we do have her Before Awakening costume featured up on the screen right now. So this is how you will summon her and of course obtain her from the narrative dungeon. Next up here, we do have Raffles in her After Awakening costume. Now of course, after awakening her to S class, this is how Raffles will form, as she does have an additional costume added to her inventory. And last but not least, we do have the Raffles spa skin here as well. Very cute, I do like it a ton. And overall, do like the character. She does seem to be pretty amazing in the skill set, and overall I do like the art style they did introduce with her. But anyways everyone, that'll do it for today's Destiny Child video, and of course our preview for the Raffles Narrative Dungeon event. Overall, I'm pretty excited for it, as I do like the character and her art style a ton. We do have an amazing kit. I do hope everyone tests her out. I will personally try and test her out when she does release, as I do like the Immortality on all portions of her kit. Now of course, you'll want to pair her up with some wood type allies, as she will really shine with them. Of course, she does have the Immortality at a 100% on the tap skill, and she does have a decent chance to apply it on the slide skill as well. Now of course, the drive skill does seem to be amazing and really shines her tank form, so hoping to see her in the Devil Rumble quite a bit. But anyways, make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you do think of Raffles and of course her kit, as well as if you'll be summoning for her or just obtaining her narrative dungeon copy. Of course, we do have some amazing units coming up as well with the Deborah World Boss Trial, so it could be kind of tedious to summon 4 characters before then. But we'll of course preview that event in the next Elisa's upcoming schedule video. But anyways, if you did enjoy today's Destiny Child video, make sure to leave a like on this one. And of course, if you haven't yet done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the Destiny Child content. And of course, would like to stay tuned for the Deborah event preview here on the channel. Now with all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.